So what we're going to do today, we're going to make this eggplant. I call it Capinatina. It's an eggplant treat. Very low calories. On Weight Watchers, it's 0 points. Very tasty. It can be a spread. It can be a side dish. It can be something that you just take a spoonful or a couple of spoonfuls when you come home and you're hungry. You got to stick something in your mouth. You can stick celery or carrots in there. Put it on a cracker, a piece of bread. The only ingredients you're going to need, you need an eggplant, you need an onion, you need a red pepper, some chopped olives, whole olives, any kind of olives, black olives, no pits. I get these at Trader Joe's, or you can get them at Costco in the jugundo size. And, some spaghetti sauce, a bottle of spaghetti sauce, any kind, doesn't matter. And the only spice that's sort of out of the ordinary, salt, pepper, a little garlic, is oregano. A lot of people don't have oregano. I have lots of oregano. You can see the big bottle. I got this at Smart & Final. Not that expensive. And one of my philosophies, you can never use too much garlic or too much oregano. So this is going to be a delicious little treat for you. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to make it. Okay, so here's our ingredients. We've got an eggplant, half a red pepper, and a half an onion. Now I know you don't need to see me cut this up, but the reason I'm going to do it is I'm going to just show you the kind of size. But this is about good right here. It's got a little texture. It's got a little substance to it, and you'll see how that works in a minute. Okay? Okay, here we are. We've got our pan. We put some olive oil in it, and just warm that up a little bit. Not very much. And then we're going to put our onions and our red peppers. And while that's cooking, just spread it around here while that's warming up, getting going, we're going to go back and we're going to chop our eggplant. And then I'm going to show you how to do. Okay, we're back here with our eggplant. And I'm going to show you how to chop this little baby up, because you want to have chunks, because these are going to melt down. You'll see as we're cooking, these are going to melt down. So what I tend to do is I tend to cut it like in quarters. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Like this is a half right now, and there's 2 quarters. There's a half. You don't have to be accurate. I mean, I'm not very accurate with food. It just, looks good. And it's going to all squish down eventually anyhow. But if you cut it in these chunks, then it cooks down faster and makes the process go quicker. This whole process if it takes 20 minutes, I'd be amazed. It's so simple, and you're going to love it. I mean, people that I bring this to, I bring it to parties. They love it. You're going to like it, and you're going to lose weight with it. You're not going to eat this all the time, but you're going to eat it a lot when you come home, from the office or from out shopping or from doing whatever you do, and you want to stick something in your mouth. This is the baby to do it. You're going to love it the way it tastes, and you're going to lose weight with it. You won't be wasting your calories on running for the chips or running for some bread or whatever your passion is. You just run for this, stick it in your mouth, it cures the thing, and gets you ready to start making dinner. Okay, we're going to go over and cook this up now. Okay, so here we got our ingredients in here. We got our salt, pepper, oregano, garlic powder. We're just browning it all up. And I'm washing dishes or doing something while this is happening, or I'm preparing something else while this is going on. I mean, it's not that accurate. You don't have to be that fussy with it. This is what's beautiful about it. Now what I do is I'll add a little water, just maybe about half a cup of water. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put the cover on it, and we're going to let this steam, and as we're steaming it, all this eggplant is going to come nice and soft. And that's what we want, starting to get it soft. So we're going to put the cover on it. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I'm coming back here after a few minutes. I've washed the cutting boards that I use, looking at this. So it's still a little chunky. You want it to be maybe a little bit more mushy. So we'll cook it up maybe a little bit more. You know, it can come in after, a few minutes and just stir it up. Make sure nothing's sticking and your fire isn't too hot. Now I'm cooking this on, pretty much a full fire, maybe 3/4 flame. This is not a fussy thing. This is not, we're not making a souffle here. But it's really good. So you can see it's sort of breaking up a little bit. It's still a little chunky. So we're going to let it, maybe add a little more water. Just get that steaming going in there. Stir it in. You want it to come up sort of mushy. You'll see why as we move forward. It's going to be like a spread when we're done with this. Okay, we're back again after a few minutes. There's still a little moisture in there. That's good. It's a little sticking on the side of the pan here. It's getting the chunks are getting nice and soft. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little more liquid in the form of spaghetti sauce. So you take about a cup of anybody's spaghetti sauce and you just pour it in there. It's about a cup. Put a little more in there. I might put a little more in there. I think that's a short cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup. Stir it in there. Get the look you want. The look you want is the redness you want, because the look you want isn't happening yet. So that's almost the redness. I give it a little bit more red. Like a full generous cup, I think, is the ticket. So that's looking pretty good. You might even want to add a little bit more water, give it steam it a little bit more. We're going to put the cover on and then we're going to let it cook on a low flame for maybe about, 5-7 minutes. Get that sauce in there. And then we're going to come back and we're going to chop these pieces up a little bit more. Or you can leave them chunky. If you want to use it as a spread for crackers or celery or carrots, then you're going to chop it up a little bit more. So we'll give that about 5 to 7 minutes on a low flame, and we'll come back in a few minutes. Okay, so here's the finished product. I've added this can of Trader Joe's chopped olives. You can see them in there. And stirred it all up, and it's all done, ready to go. It's hot. Now what I do is I'll just put it off to the side here, let it cool down, or you can eat it hot. And that's all there is to it. So for lunch, I'm probably going to have it with a little bit of my sourdough bread. Here it is, fresh out of the oven. And I'll show you how to make that at another time. Okay? Okay, so here we are. We've got the spread, which you can put it on a piece of sourdough bread, and I make my sourdough bread, and we'll go through that in another video. You can have it on some lettuce, which is, a nice lunch. This is going to be my lunch right here. This right here is going to be my lunch right there. You can put it on crackers and things like that. You can serve it. You can take it, when you get home, take a piece of celery, dip it in, take a chunk. You can double dip if you want, if you're by yourself. Don't do it with company. And always have a little cadre of celery and carrots split up. I'll show you some other interesting things to do with them later, but they're always handy. You can eat them. Good thing to pop in your mouth when you're hungry. Okay, so this is our spread for today, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Put this together. You're going to enjoy it, and your friends are going to enjoy it.